So like, welcome back. I don't know how to do it.
Welcome back to the Dark Collective podcast. Like, cheerio. Welcome to the podcast of the Collective of Dark.
Jesus, we're fired.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Dark Collective podcast. I'm Jen, and I have the ever so beautifully luscious, gorgeous cinnamon roll herself, Bethany.
Bethany.
My name Hef. And if some of you didn't notice, I mean, how could you not? Red is not here this evening.
We're missing.
She thought it was a good idea to leave us to do this.
Don't know why it was a good idea. Please come back.
Come back. Like Titanic. She's like, Jack. Or the boats. Where's my whistle? Like, so tonight we're going to talk about something new that we're about to announce. Actually, by the time this one will have been released, it probably will have already been announced. But we're going to tell you anyways, just in case, because you never know. Things happen. Yeah, you never know. We are doing
a newsletter. This is a project that Joy is doing. And I'll help very, very little. This is all Joy. I think, Jen, you kind of helped with like a little, but Joy just kind of
help with editing.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
And we love her for that. So hopefully by now the newsletter will be out. If you have subscribed on our website, then you will have gotten the newsletter through the email that you subscribed with, or if you purchased a ticket. We're working on a way to make sure that everybody gets included. But you also, I think at this point, we will have it on our socials as well. Probably drop a link in the bio or
absolutely
a story or something at that point.
Yeah, Joe will make a post, and then there'll probably be links all around, website,
everywhere,
socials.
Definitely.
Yeah, we're super excited about it, and we hope everyone likes it. Because, I mean, it's not going to be like weekly. It'll be like once a month leading up until the event, and then after the event. So, like, even after Sinners and Stardust 1, you know, there will be info. We'll end up putting, like, dates for ticket sales, all that fun stuff. Room block information will be in there, you know, all the goods. But, yeah, so we can't wait to send that out for everyone.
Yes.
If you hear a piggy noise, it's my puppy in the floor. She's trying to get comfy in a blanket.
Oh, Bailey.
I know, she's a mouse. But, yeah, but tonight, who do we have?
We have the absolutely wonderful Miss M. Violet with us.
Woo!
Yay! Thank you.
So happy to have you on.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here. Yes. Cheers.
Right, we're like, cheers all around.
Cheers.
Have our like sippy cups.
I love it.
I'm like, please don't be too loud on myself stirring this. I'm like,
oh gosh.
Ice.
Right. I'm like,
I know I have like my desk padded because I'm like, if I bonk the desk or something, you'll hear it.
Yeah, well, I sometimes I'll let my dog in. She's a mini Aussie, but sometimes I'll let her in because she'll cuddle and be quiet. But then other times I'll let her in, and then she's just like
howling.
We're just gonna keep you outside for right now. Like you can stay, she's like laying outside my door, just like please.
Aw, poor thing.
I love her. Needs all the attention.
I know, little baby. But yeah, I feel like we should just jump right into it. And what are your books about? Like, what kind of genre do you write? Do you write like one genre, or do you write across the board? What is it?
Yeah, I write dark romance, and I guess most of them, up until my Christmas novella, most of them are just paranormal elements, Gothic romance, bully romance, and so I'm kind of really loving that. And I write why choose. That's like a big, thing for my readers. Love the why choose aspect. So they're just really, really, really dark. I have lots of trigger warnings in my books, but I love Gothic vibes. I am obsessed with Edgar Allan Poe, and one of my favorite shows was The Vampire Diaries, and just that whole kind of
Love it.
stuff. Yeah. So, yeah.
I mean, those are my favorite kinds of books. Like, you're going to ask Bethany, I'm like, a bully romance, mafia romance, paranormal is right up my alley. That sounds wonderful.
Awesome. Yeah. And I like to like play with the paranormal, not so much like in your face, you know, specifically like I'm not writing shifters or, you know, vampires at this point. It's more just like this subtle sort of like sinister, like supernatural element.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I love that.
Kind of like ghosts and spirits type of vibe, or
Yeah. So Good Girl, it was my debut, and that is my ghost peen book, and it is loosely based on Charles Dickens' Christmas Carol, because I had this like whole idea of like 3 ghosts that visit you, but instead of Christmas it's Halloween, and you know, instead of like a crotchety old guy, it's like this hot young girl who is like sex starved, and these 3 ghosts just like rock her world. And then it was a novella, and it was supposed to be kind of just like a one and done. I wrote it for myself, really, and the response to it was amazing. And so it's literally spawned like this entire world of books. So I have like the sequel to that, which is Little Fox, and then I wrapped them both up in a duet box set called Wickford Hollow, and the paperback has black pages. It's absolutely gorgeous. And so I've got that, and now there was a side character. Well, it's like the main character's best friend, Maureen, and she was so beloved by all the readers that I have a whole series about her now, which is Pretty Little Psycho. And yeah, so I'm really excited.
I love a strong side character, man. I love whenever you just fall in love with maybe a character, you know, that's not really supposed to do a whole lot, but then you're just like, I just want to know more of your life. Like, I want to know more about you and what your past, your present, your future. Tell me.
Exactly. Yeah.
You mentioned your Christmas novella, so you're talking about Unholy Night, right?
Yes.
I did read that one.
Oh.
I have a couple questions about it, but then I also have a story to tell you about it after.
Okay. Yeah.
Was there anything, because you said this one's a little bit different than what you normally write, was there something that inspired it? Is there anything specific that came kind of like from like real life? I'm just really curious because that one was so much fun.
Yeah. Thank you. It was really fun. I actually had a dream, oddly enough. And my imagination kind of started going wild when I woke up. And I was thinking about, you know, I love the whole like forced proximity, one bed type of situation. And I started thinking about this, like, what if this romance author, like a romance author who was unlucky in love, like that's like the irony of that is hilarious, right? She has millions of fans and readers, but she can't like make it work in her own love life. So I took that character of Easton and made her really, really snarky, and just I loved writing her. It was so much fun to like bring in the most extreme like sarcasm from my personality like into that character. And then I thought, okay, well, so just got to have these like 4 hot guys, these 4 innkeepers, and yet, but they're not really innkeepers, you know, obviously, spoiler alert, they're there like on a heist, basically. Like, they're torturing a guy in the basement. So, yeah, I just, yeah, exactly. Where's the nice old lady that I saw in the picture? I was also a little bit inspired by the movie The Holiday with the whole house swapping thing, and just like seeing like this hotel on an Airbnb and thinking it's going to be one thing and it ends up being another. And so that was kind of an inspiration too. And obviously there was no supernatural element. It's the only contemporary book I've written thus far. I just thought it would be kind of like gratuitous to add a paranormal. It just didn't need it. You know, it was just, let's tell this kind of contemporary story between this really fucked up chick and these hot guys. And yeah, I like cracked myself up writing this, just to be honest.
I love the whole ruse of them like pretending to be the innkeepers and trying to like be like, wait, no, you have to go help her, and then be like, no, but she's me. Like, and they're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
what
they're like, she's
our job?
a bitch.
Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, and then just like all her, you know, snide remarks. I mean, she's calling pen pencil, and
I laughed so hard.
This is the best. Everything else, like everything that happened was great, but I was just pencil.
Yeah, that was so funny. I know, I love that. But that's
like,
kind
no.
of like me. I'm not like as mean as her in real life or anything like that, but I'm a shit talker. I like to banter and stuff. So I got to really like throw all of that into one character.
Yeah, I think Jen was reading it or something, and then I went to pick it up, and she's like, "Oh yeah, this is one that you're gonna like."
Yeah. Okay.
Like, okay, this one's gonna be a little dark for you. She gives me.
I know around where Bethany's comfortable, so she'll like ask me like, "Hey, can I read this one?" I'm like, no. You're not there yet. You will get there, but no, not yet. Because
you're working your way up.
Yeah, we're
baby steps. Yeah,
I'm not throwing you to the wolves, Bethany, like I do everyone else.
Appreciate.
Like, yeah, I'm being good. So, are you working on anything new right now?
Yes. So I have a pre-order up for Dirty Little Saint, which is the sequel to Pretty Little Psycho, and that's going to be part of the Devils of Ravensgate duet. So it's Maureen's story and Riot, Atlas, Valentine are her guys, and that's continuing their journey. I don't end Pretty Little Psycho on a cliffhanger, but there are like unanswered questions and things like that. So when I was writing it, I was like, oh, it's definitely going to need a sequel because there's so much more story to tell. And I didn't want to write, a 300,000 word novel. So I'm like, let's break it up into 2 books. So I've got that I'm currently working on. Like I said, the pre-order's up for that. And then I do have some really fun, like exciting projects. I'm not giving like too many details away, but I am going to be doing a Hades and Persephone retelling. That's going to have kind of a crazy twist. It's not, there's so many of this, retold, the story retold. And I really, I like to set myself apart and I like to do my own thing and kind of put my own unique spin on things. So I have a really, really fun, crazy twist on this story. So that'll be a standalone, and I'm aiming for an October release on that one. And I can tell you it's called Violent Sins. And so that'll be hopefully this year. And then next year, I'll be working on a secret side project for a secondary character that's in Pretty Little Psycho. And I will let you all know here that it's going to be for Libra. And Libra is the snarky roommate of Maureen when she gets to Tenebra's Academy. So basically there's... Thank you. Yeah. Well, with these like families, I kind of did. So for Atlas, Atlas and Libra are cousins, and then her brother is Aries, and he's going to show up in another project that I'm working on next year. And so I went with like an astrological type of naming system for them, and you'll find out like their parents' names and things like that are all, have to do with like star signs, and it was just fun. I'm obsessed with astrology, so I was like, let's have some fun with this. And so I'm excited for Libra's story. There's some events that happen in Pretty Little Psycho that will spur on like her story, and I will be hinting at it at the end of Dirty Little Saint. So there will be some more teasers in there of that. And that's kind of like my immediate 3 projects that I'm working on.
Nice.
I'm so excited.
With their names, do they kind of like represent their sign, or is it just kind of like a play on the name, or like certain traits?
Yeah, there is definitely representation of the sign. Like Aries, who you'll meet in Everdark, is going to be the title of the Evergraves book. So it's Libra's brother Aries, and Aries is the god of war. So he's going to have that sort of persona. And yeah, Libra is definitely imbalanced, if you know. She's sort of like the opposite of her name, and I thought that was kind of funny because her character will obviously grow, and I'll get to develop her a lot more as we get into her book. But yeah, balance is definitely not something that she's good with.
I just always find it so fascinating when authors like already know in their minds how they're going to make characters grow. Like, all right, I'm starting her off here, but I know by the time we're done, you're going to absolutely love her, and she's going to her growth is going to be beautiful. And I'm
Yes.
gonna read that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's really fun. I always know how my stories are going to end when I start them. A story can definitely get away from you if you try to like get too crazy, too out there. I definitely like will sometimes branch off on some tangents and then be like, whoa, I need to rein this in here, you know?
You're like, how did we even get here?
Yeah. What am I doing? Yeah.
Aw. So when you're writing, you have kind of like you said, you kind of plan out a little bit. But when you're not writing, what are some of your favorite things to do, or like hobbies, or just like relaxing time?
Yeah. So I'm a big gamer. I play video games. And currently, well, I've always been obsessed with Bethesda games, specifically Fallout. So I am playing Fallout 76 right now. And I actually just got back from Comic-Con in Seattle, where I bought like a bunch of Fallout merchandise. I went a little crazy. So I do collect like fandom stuff, merch and toys and things like that. So yeah, I love to game. I do love to podcast. I don't do it anymore for Spoiler Country just because we are all on kind of a hiatus as we all pursue our other creative endeavors. And then I've just found a new hobby, and I'm going to be learning how to indoor garden with a hydroponic system. So my garden's getting here tomorrow. I'm super excited.
That's amazing. I have a black thumb. I cannot.
So do I.
Everything. I try so
Yeah.
hard. It's to the point where like my daughter, she's almost 14. But she will laugh and make fun of me if I buy plants from the store because she's like,
oh my God.
why
She's
are you
like,
buying those?
no.
You're going to kill them. I'm like, well, they'll have a good life for a moment. Like,
yeah, no, I killed pretty much. Actually, I had one that was going pretty well until I knocked it over off the windowsill and the whole thing fell out. And I was like, yeah, it's just like not meant to be. But the indoor systems are really cool because they're just water and LED lights. And they come with like instructions, and then there's like a computer system that tells you when you need to change the water and when you need to like trim and all that kind of fun stuff. And I've been watching like a ton of YouTube videos to try to learn about it. And I'm excited. I want to grow my own produce, and eventually I want to make my own hot sauce because I'm a major pepperhead. So
I just ordered buffalo wings earlier, and I was like, absolutely. But that's my thing. Is like I want to order buffalo wings from everywhere because I want to find the best. And I'm not gonna lie. Shout out Smokies. Bethany knows. Smokies has such good wings. It's like our go-to.
I love it. Yeah, I had hot wings last night. I made my own wings, and I have like a steadily growing hot sauce collection. I don't have like a ton, compared to some people, but I have about 15 like that I love, and I like it really, really, really hot. So I ate that last night.
Crying and sweating. I don't want it.
Exactly. Yes, I love the pain. That's why I write the books I write, I guess.
Right. Like, speaking of spies, who's your favorite character that you've ever written?
Oh my gosh. That's like so hard to choose between my babies. What's funny is like I love Bailey so much. She was my first like dark romance character that I wrote, and I absolutely loved her arc as she got more confident in herself. And but I have to say, just sheer like fun was writing Easton and Unholy Night. Like I absolutely just love that character, and I may even like revisit those characters in the future. I've had obviously a lot of people.
What happens after? Okay.
Yeah, I had like a reader contact me. She's like, so I think that you need to write a Valentine's Day novella with them in Cabo. And I'm like, well, Valentine's Day is next week, so it's probably not going to happen this year. But in the future, I'm going to keep that in mind.
I would be very excited for it.
I would love like those for them. Just like it'd be so much fun.
Right. There's so much fun to write. It's like one of those, writing is fun, but it's also can be work, it's a job. But that book for some reason was just like it was just literally just fun.
Like flying on the page.
Just flowed out of me. It's a short little novella. So yeah, I may just do that in the future when I have time in between like the heavier stuff.
Yeah. What's something that you wish you would have known when you started your author journey?
Oh my gosh. That's a really great question. I feel like, just knowing that it's going to take time and things don't happen overnight. You know, you have to be patient and you have to like lay the groundwork, and you know, everything is, it's not just writing, it's marketing, it's branding and social media and like engaging with your readers. And so yeah, it's kind of a whirlwind. And then if you want to get like on the technical side of things, I wish I had known more about like Kindle Unlimited versus Wide and that kind of stuff, because you get kind of locked in to Kindle Unlimited, and then it's like really hard to get out of it. Or to just have like even just your paperback Wide. There's a lot of like red tape you have to go through, and if you write the stuff I write, then you're like always under threat of being banned, or you know, getting your account taken away and things like that. So yeah, I think those are all things like if you're starting out as an author, to definitely like thoroughly research and make sure you have, you know, all the information before you choose a platform.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I see every single week on social media, like an author saying either my books got removed and my account got shut down on Amazon, or they're talking about how they're trying to get off Kindle Unlimited because of X, Y, and Z, and it's just like, my God, like they're like, they found my book on a piracy site and now I'm getting punished for it, and I'm just like, I hate people sometimes.
It's crazy. I've made a couple of videos like pissed off, like, you know, just expressing my, you know, being upset about it, because I've had lots of friends, and just like little things that Amazon does, like my friend Al Maruga, she's had her, you know, pre-orders canceled twice for no reason when her, you know, her stuff was uploaded, it was there. And it's just really you know, there's a lot that we go through. So I guess I would tell that to beginning authors, like, you got to have a thick skin for this business.
Right? Yeah. So again, that's another reason we say every episode, that's why I could never be an author, because you all are amazing and I'm too much of a baby to be able to deal with it. Just cry.
We just drink a lot. We just drink heavily. No, okay.
I was like, crying.
Yes. Always have a supply of wine on me.
So what are you most excited about for Sitters? Like people or the event there, or seeing your friends?
I am so excited to meet readers. That is just like, I've had a couple people reach out and just tell me that they bought tickets to the show specifically to meet me. And I thought that's like such a huge honor. And I just can't wait to like meet everybody in person and get to like see them in the flesh and chat with them and, you know, take photos and sign books. And I'm just really excited about that first and foremost. And then of course, seeing my friends that, you know, we're friends online, but we've never met in person, which I'm sure is the case for a lot of us. So that's like really exciting to, you know, meet, some of my friends who I probably talk to more than my friends in real life now, which is hilarious, you know, it's like a daily basis thing. So I'm excited for that. I'm bringing my mom with me as my assistant.
My mom's going to be there too.
Oh, yay. Oh my gosh. The moms can bond. And I'm really excited for her.
We're just going to put all the moms of all of us at like tables.
And like watch their mouths just like drop open.
They're like, what?
Yeah. So I don't let her read my books. But she buys them so she can like support me and have them. But like, I tell her, please don't read them. And, but I'm excited for her to see just like the dark romance community come together and just kind of see like a peek into like the world that, you know, I'm in now. And I've never been to Boston. And so I'm really excited. That's like on my bucket list of places to go. So lots of things to look forward to.
We love Boston.
I've been to New York a bunch. My sister used to live in New York. So I love the East Coast in general, just like the whole vibe there. So yeah, Boston's definitely on my list. And being Italian as well. I know there's a big Italian community there.
Yes. We have, I think one of our recommendations for a restaurant there is in like it was called, I don't remember what it's called there, but it's like the Italian district. And it's like
Little
the
Italy.
best Italian food I've ever had. It was so good.
Yes, I'm excited.
So good. Did we have the tiramisu? We did have tiramisu that time.
Oh.
Yes, we did. We shared one.
So good.
And the espresso martinis were
Oh my gosh, I've been craving an espresso martini lately.
They have like one of the top rated espresso martinis in Boston.
Yes.
Oh wow.
And it was
so, like,
it was so good.
Okay,
really
you're gonna have to send me the link to
Yeah,
that.
you will. I'll send it to you after.
Yes, I'll add it to my itinerary.
I think the only thing I was wondering, because I know you mentioned with Unholy Night, that was the one that's not paranormal, and you said that one you kind of got inspiration for from a dream. With the other ones that are more paranormal, you had one that was kind of like a Charles Dickens, kind of like loose retelling. Do you get your other places? Is it more just kind of comes to you?
Yeah, I think everything's different. I get inspired by so many things. I listen to a lot of music. So music really inspires me, and then I'm on Pinterest like all the time too. So sometimes an image will just like trigger something, some kind of idea. I'm never in a shortage of ideas, and I have like too many almost to where I'm like, I need more time so I can write 1,000,000 books this year. Yeah, and fairy tales. I love fairy tales, and I like the original, versions of them, not necessarily the Disney versions. So you can do like I have Wicked Midnight, which is a Cinderella retelling, Why Choose? And it's kind of a gender swap where she's the one looking for the mate and they drop their cufflinks instead of a glass slipper. So it's very cool. It's fae as well. They all have fae blood. And there's some really, it's very dark and there's some, trauma and stuff that happens in it. But it's a really fun, it's like a little longer than a novella. And it's just a standalone. But I do plan on doing more fairy tale retellings. I love Snow White and I absolutely love Peter Pan too. But I didn't want to touch Peter Pan for a while just because Nikki St. Crow's books are so amazing. And I believe that's just, right now it's not the right time to do another Peter Pan retelling. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a lot, but hey, most of them that I've read are really good. So I'm sure yours will be amazing too.
Thank you.
But I understand the waiting. Like, okay, let's just wait a little bit.
I don't like to flood, I don't want to jump on a bandwagon or flood the market.
Or like, you only wrote it because she wrote it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So is there anything that you want to share with your readers who might be, like you said, some are traveling to see you in August? Anything that you want to say to them?
Yeah, I just wanted to let everyone know that I do have the pre-order up for books. So that way I will have an idea, of who wants what books when I go to the conference in Boston. So definitely fill that out because I am going to be taking a limited supply, obviously, for travel reasons. So please fill out the pre-order form if you're interested in that. I also have a Discord that I just launched just because, as we all know, being on social media, we get censored quite a bit and accounts get slaps on the wrists or deleted, and so I wanted to have a safe space for us to just kind of like be wild and celebrate dark romance and not worry about getting in trouble with like Facebook or Instagram. So yeah, there's like links in my bio.
Gotcha. Is it linked under your like Instagram as well? What's your Instagram handle?
Yeah, so it's at author M Violet is like my handle for TikTok and IG and Facebook. I have my Violet's Fixins and Villains Facebook group if you want to join that, and then the Discord, and then I have a link tree like in my Instagram bio. It's probably the easiest place to find it, and it links like to everything. I have a newsletter as well that I just send out like maybe once a month, so you won't be like inundated with a newsletter every week, but once a month is good enough, I think. And that one's called and Violet's Love Letters. So yeah, there's just like all the links are there to join all the things.
Great. Oh, thank you.
Well, thank you so much for being on with us. It was so much fun talking to you and getting to know a little bit more about you.
Thank you so much. This has been a blast, and I can't wait to meet you all in person.
It's going to be so much fun.
In person. It's a blast.
Yes.
Thank you so much again for coming on today. And for those of you watching here on video, or if you're listening, don't forget to tune in every Monday, 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Eastern time at the Dark Collective podcast, pretty much anywhere that you can listen to a podcast. Okay, bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.